Knowledge, teamwork and game smarts. These are the ingredients turning your everyday players into tomorrow's professional gamers. But to truly appreciate the future competitors of esports, we need to pay homage to the moments from the past. Arena Esports takes you on a trip back in time to enjoy the greatest plays from the world of esports. Gaming fans of Ho Chi Minh City witnessed a compelling showdown between two of the toughest Arena of Valor teams on the planet. It was a true test of knowledge, teamwork and reaction, as teams from around the region had their shot at glory in front of the esport eyes of the world. As the biggest event on the AOV calendar entered its world finals, Vietnam and Taiwan had formed a fierce rivalry at the 2018 Arena of Valor International Championship. After blitzing through the upper bracket, Team Flash, the clear favourite in the competition, claimed the first position in the event's grand final. Gao, SDC, XB, Datkoi and Pro E obliterated Taiwan's J team in a stunning 3-0 semi-final series, coming out on top from their region. J team were knocked down to the lower side of the playoffs bracket. Despite enduring the loss, their international championship journey was not over yet. Yuzon, Nail, Star, Wins and Benny were hungry to win. The team masterfully took apart South Korea's AHQ esports club in the losers finals. It was there that they proved to the world that they still had what it took to become an Arena of Valor championship team.
One more shot will make it real, and that is going to be it. GG, J-Team, take it 3-0.
Adrenaline was pumping over on J-Team's side of the stage. The 3-0 win put them in finals mode, where they would have a second chance against the Team Flash tournament dominators. J-Team kicked off the grand final set with guns blazing. Team Flash secured first blood, but with Raz in the mid lane and Zill cycling through the jungle, the squad were able to isolate Team Flash members to regain control of the lanes. Just past the 6-minute mark, J-Team obtained the first tower. Their gold count and eliminations continued to climb as the players set themselves up for the mid-game. Wins almost ended it all at the 19-minute mark. Team Flash came to the aid of their core with perfect timing, leaving a scrap of health on their final structure. The 4 remaining lower bracket underdogs knew what had to be done only seconds later. They crashed through the laneways and went directly to the final Game 1 objective.
Side of Team Flash was able to get it as the last high ground tower does fall. The cores under so much threat. And TJ, that's just gonna be it. That's just gonna be GG. Yuzon does it. That's the core. J-Team take game number 1.
It was obvious that J-Team were not going down without a fight in the best-of-7 grand final series. Looking to make good on their mistakes, Team Flash mid laner XB pulled in Liliana to help get the team over the line in Game 2, while ADC secured the popular Zill pick to farm as fast as he could in the jungle. XB secured first blood for the Vietnamese side, putting a little confidence back in his team as he took down Benny in the mid lane. J-Team were picking fights they could not win. The gold lead and eliminations tipped heavily in Team Flash's favour in the early game. Although Team Flash held on to the kill lead, it was J-Team that demolished the map's first tower, locking in their plans to slowly creep back and take team fights in the mid-game. With their plan in full effect, J-Team zoned out Team Flash from their own jungle and laneways. Pro E and Gao did what they could to defend, but J-Team's focus game was on point. With all 5 players on critical health, J-Team wiped Team Flash off the map before turning their gaze onto the enemy core. Game 2 was theirs for the taking.
They do have all the high grounds down, but all the players slain as they go for the core.
The minions are doing the work for them. They just want to take this game. J-Team do it. They are up 2-0.
2 points ahead, things were looking great for the lower bracket underdogs. Hungry for another victory, the Taiwanese side set themselves up in the Game 3 draft, locking in Liliana in the mid lane, Omen in the top, and Elsu down south. All players were safely farming their lanes and camps until Neil caught out XB for first blood in the river. Top laner Yuzon escaped the brawl with a pixel of health remaining. Things went from bad to worse for XB only minutes later in the mid lane, as Neil once again took apart the mage player for a healthy gold advantage. A 5-minute tower solidified J-Team's lead. With Gao falling in the bottom lane, Taiwanese side as a whole were brutal in their control game. J-Team were engaging in combat with swift timing. Their crowd controls staggered Team Flash members, forcing them to retreat out of the laneways. Team Flash looked exhausted as their opponents snapped up their easiest win of the grand final set.
Now the tower push comes through. Yuzon's just stuck. Sure. All right.
Yes.
He gets the tower.
TJ, this is GG.
Game 3.
This is GG.
Team Flash were under immense pressure, facing an early defeat without a single game win to their name. Determined to finish the best-of-7 series, J-Team locked in Ignis in the mid lane and Slims in the jungle. They were looking to bolster their teamfight potential and bring the 2018 Grand Final to a close. An early fight for the Abyssal Dragon brought the teams together, resulting in the first blood elimination of Team Flash's ADC, with Datkoi falling soon after. Team Flash were constantly retreating in order to not overstep in the laneways. Their towers were frequently contested as the gold lead margin continued to widen. Neil was on fire. Team Flash players were focused down and sent back to base as eliminations kept pouring in for the dominant J-Team side. In the tournament's final moments, each of Team Flash's laneways were pushed in as 2 of their third-tier towers crumbled to the ground. An open core awaited the champions of the AOV International Championship.
And that's it. Datkoi now exposed. He's locked down. And that is a high ground exposed. The core is open. They're pushing in right now. That is going to be it. J-Team are your champions.
With 4 amazing back-to-back games, J-Team rightfully earned the end-of-season title, bouncing back from the brink of elimination in the lower bracket to become kings in the Arena of Valor esports world.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.